When you turn 40, you may suddenly realize, oh my God, I haven't saved for retirement. What should I do? Even though the realization is shocking, it is not a dead end. Instead, it is a wake-up call to act right away. Don't worry, you're not the only one in this situation, and there are things you can do to get back on track and make sure your future is safe. In this video, we'll take a deep look at strategies and ideas that can help you plan for a financially stable retirement. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. If you're 40 years old, you're about 20 years behind the best way to plan for retirement. Let's use the rule of 72 to help us understand this. If you don't understand this idea, check out my channel for a more in-depth description. In short, the rule of 72 helps you figure out how long it will take for your investments to double at a certain rate of return. If you follow this rule, you've missed at least 3 major turnover. It's important to recognize this, not to bring you down, but to get you motivated to take action. Even though the idea of making up for 20 years might seem scary, it's not the end of the world. But the truth is that you still should have started saving 20 years ago. Still, take a deep breath and decide for sure that you will take charge of your financial future. It is much better to start now than to never start. If you realize how important it is to save money now, you'll be on your way to a great retirement. The first step on your journey is to think about what you can do. Ask your boss about the 401k plan they offer. It's possible that they offer this plan to save for retirement, but don't just go with the standard 401k. Also look into the Roth IRA 401k. Can you put your money in both? Diversifying your savings for retirement is important, and these options can help you build a well-rounded portfolio. Now let's look at a less common way to make money: real estate. But we're not talking about homes with just one family living in them. To get back on track quickly, you might want to start by investing in homes with more than one unit. A 4-family, 3-family, or at minimum, a 2-family home should be your goal. But a 4-family home is best. You might be hesitant to become a landlord, but if you need to make up for lost ground quickly, this could be one of the fastest ways to make up for lost time. The NAC.com program is another way to try something new. With this innovative program, you can buy a home with no down payment and possibly no closing costs, even if your credit isn't great. This is a game changer. Invest in a multifamily house, but might have trouble saving for a down payment or figuring out how to pay closing costs. Imagine how easy it would be to get into the real estate market with little to no money. When you buy a 4-family house through NACA and all goes well, it sets off a chain of events. First, you will have 3 units bringing in rent and you living in the 4th unit for free. You may not realize initially what you have done, but you have started building a strong financial foundation. But don't stop your trip when you buy your first house. Think about using a cycle. Use the equity and rental income from your first property to buy another multifamily property. The more times you do this, the bigger your real estate collection gets. Think about this. If you have 2 buildings with 4 units each, that's a total of 8 units. If you get a 30-year mortgage, you'll have paid off your homes by the time you're 70, which is when most people retire. Your main goal is to catch up, but your final goal is to have enough money to retire well. In addition to the tactics we've talked about, keep an eye on the future. Don't force yourself to follow a set path. Be open to making more purchases. Keep an eye on what NACA has to offer. You never know, they might help with bigger properties, allowing you to grow your real estate business. As you make your way through this financial trip, it's important to deal with the drain on your money caused by unnecessary stuff. Let's be honest, Americans have too many things. My lovely ladies, it's time to take a look at your stuffed closets. Those 50 sets of shoes, 75 dresses, and dozens of handbags might make you happy at the moment, but they don't help you save money for the future. Gentlemen, those 30 baseball caps and 20 sets of sneakers, really? It's time to think about what you really care about in life. It's time to get rid of the sneaky idea that wearing brand labels means you are successful. It's a trick of marketing that makes us want to wear brand names on our bodies. Instead, spend your money on high-quality basics that can be worn with many things. Don't forget that it's the things you wear with your outfit that make it interesting. Putting together your clothing in a creative way while keeping cost in mind is a step toward your retirement goals. If you are enjoying this video just like me, please hit the like and share button. Now let's talk about cars, which might be your favorite thing that is a big cash choice. There's a lot to like about a new car, but don't fall for it. Choose 3-year-old cars that are going off lease. But here's a little secret. You might want to think about a Mercedes or Lexus Acura, Toyota, or Honda that is 25 years old. These old cars qualify for collector's car insurance. With collector's car insurance, your annual costs will be much cheaper. Additionally, the previous owners have taken excellent care of their vehicles and want to sell to somebody that will also take care of their baby. The quality in these older vehicles will allow you to drive these older vehicles up to 300 to 400,000 miles easily. Remember, you are trying to follow a strict plan of saving. Don't let the allure of a new car mess up your plan. If you want to be financially stable, you shouldn't depend on just one source of cash. The business or job that used to feel safe could go away with AI. Diversifying is the only way to stay alive. Develop a side job, work on a business idea, and look into ways to add to your main income. By building up multiple streams of income, you create a safety net in case something goes wrong. As we continue on this path to securing our financial future, let's talk about how important it is to set clear goals and make a plan for the next 5 years. Whether you just turned 40 or are still in your 20s, a well-thought-out plan can help you focus your efforts in the right way. It's time to take a step back, look at your goals, and make a plan that fits with what you want to happen in the future. Setting SMART goals is the first step in making a 5-year plan. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Think about what you want to do in the next 5 years, like paying off debt, saving for a house, starting a business, or putting money into your schooling. Each goal should be clear. You should say exactly what you want to do. Make them easy to measure by giving them a clear number or statistic. Make sure you can reach them by being honest about your present situation. Keep them useful by making sure they fit with your general life goals. Lastly, give each goal a date. This will make them time-bound and give you a sense of how important they are. After you've decided on your goals, it's time to use the power of vision. Make a vision board with pictures of your goals and put it somewhere you'll see it every day. This visual reminder will help you keep your mind on your trip and keep you going. But a vision board won't be enough on its own. Make small steps toward your goals. Instead of trying to do a big job all at once, like researching for your next project, break it up into smaller, more manageable pieces. Set a timer and do these things the same time every day. This way, you won't feel stressed and you'll make steady progress. Instead of trying to do the whole things at once, break it up into smaller pieces that are easier to handle. Think of it as cutting a big cake into pieces that are easy to eat. For example, if you have a research job that will take 2 hours, break it up into 20-minute chunks. This makes the job feel less overwhelming and uses your brain's natural tendency to reach short-term goals. Now, let's talk about motivation, which is a problem for everyone. We've all been there. You get home from a long day, the couch looks cozier than ever, and the thought of doing your job seems impossible. Enter the 5-second rule, a wonderfully simple idea that can push you out of your rut and into action. When you're having a fight with yourself about whether or not to start, count backward from 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and get up. Even though determination and self-discipline are important, your surroundings have a lot to do with how successful you are. Look closely at the people in your close group, like your friends and family. Do they help you reach your goals and dreams? Surround yourself with people who make you feel good and give you hope. But if you always have to deal with people who bring you down, it might be time to stay away from them. Remember that it's important for your own progress that you prune your friend's tree. A side hustle is a second way to make money in addition to your main job. It not only gives you extra money, but it also makes you feel like a business. Having a side hustle like freelancing, coaching, or selling things online lets you explore your interests and skills while making extra money. People who want even more financial security should think about starting their own business. When you start a business, you can use your imagination, fill a need in the market, and maybe even become financially independent. Even though it takes commitment, hard work, and perseverance, the benefits can be bigger than you or I can even think. Remember that you can change at any point in your life. Even though starting earlier gives you a bigger edge, it's never too late to take charge of your financial future. The first step toward financial protection is to realize that you need to make changes, set clear goals, and act on them consistently. So, my dear friends, when you stand at the crossroads of today and tomorrow, let your choices show that you want a better and more abundant future, and know that the choice is always yours. I hope this information has been helpful, and I hope you will look at some of our other videos. Please like and share.